Hey guys, it's Doa. You may think to yourself, hey, Doa's too nice to be on Thorin's channel. Why is he there? And you're right. He's locked me in his closet, and I'm being forced to record this. Help?
As you say, obviously, Immortals organization at this time was very famous for paying a lot of money. Actually, that's how they got some of the big names. When you came to join the squad, it was quite an interesting team, though. It was like a mixture of like older. I mean, obviously they had people like Flame there, like legendary players, but then they had people like Dardoch, youngster, Cody Sun, youngster. What did you think this team was like to join? Like, why did you pick this team? Was it one of the only best offers? Is it the one you wanted to join?
Okay, there's a one behind story. Okay, so after I got kicked, I was in the Taiwan, not back to Korea straight, because I need to deal with my ex-girlfriend stuff and the shit. And then I have a PC over there. I need to pack it. And fun fact is, the Flash groups actually asked me to join.
Oh wow! Right.
They want Solar and me. We are kind of like different style because I'm really aggressive, and he actually like play for the macro. So they think if we put together would be really good for them. So, and I was, even though they paid really less, I was actually ready to join Flash groups because at least that company can just focus on game. So I can learn something and I can go world championship. So I was really down to go to Flash groups. And then I randomly got message from, actually it was, I think it was Monte or someone messaged Noah.
Oh wow, right.
And then Noah messaged me. I think that's the logic. And then Noah messaged me and then, hey, do you wanna test our team? I was like, okay, what test? And then our head coach will call you. And then I got the call, and then the head coach showed me the board, and then, hey, Olleh, if you're this team at this moment, what you gonna shock or what you have to do? I'm like, that's easy. I'm just saying blah blah blah. Yeah, you have to go top and then ready to TP blah blah blah. He was like, oh, he understands the game. Okay, do you wanna come to Seoul to test? But I was in Taiwan, right? So I was like, okay, to test I need to go to Seoul, and then they say you must come. So I fly to Korea, and then I play. When I went there, there was a Kasing there. Kasing was the
UK support player.
Candidate. Yeah, and then I play with them, and then I watch Kasing play, and then Kasing was good, but Kasing was a bit struggling with the laning page. But at least I was fine on the laning page, and then also Flame say he need a Korean, and actually that also helped, and they end up picking me. But even though they pick me, I say I want to join Flash groups. Like, I know this team is good, but I think I really want to prove myself in Flash groups in Taiwan. I have some dirty story there, so I want to clean up. And then Noah just like, how about this money? I'm like, no. Money doesn't matter. He put more money. How about this money? What? No. Say, how about this?
So it just keeps going up and up and up and up. Right.
Oh.
You have to say yes, right?
She's like, I'm like, huh? Is that much? Like, but I really need to clean up. And then Noah actually say, if you need, we can use our marketing team to just like help you out. We can clean up your shit, and then also this is USA. If you prove, like he said, like so well. So and then with the money going on, I'm like, you know, it's just like Flash Group's money was here, and then the IMT money was like getting off like this. I'm like, okay, shit. If I don't say yes to this, I'm fucked up. So, okay, I'm going LCS. So I decided to go LCS, and yeah, that's how it works.
Let me ask you about some of the players then. So as you say, you got to play with Flame, who at this point is a really famous player. Obviously, he used to be like the best top laner, and I would say the thing about him that a lot of people will know Olleh is he was very famous for having the mentality like he wants to be the carry all the time. He wants to be the guy who plays like the aggressive champion and wins 1v1 and Flame Horizon. Was he like that in Immortals when you played with him?
Yeah, I think he also. I think he's the kind of first player that, like, I can tell more passionate than me.
Right.
It's like I always, I always like keep in mind myself is like I'll be the hardest worker in my team, But it's like Flame is actually like I feel like the Flame nickname is actually right. It's like you feel like you're gonna get burned. Like he actually like so passionate towards his job. So it's like sometimes it's kind of like he whenever he talk about his game, like I feel like his eyes will come out. He's that passionate. So yeah, I think he's really passionate about his game.
What about the player that you played in bot lane with, Cody Sun? This was when he was kind of a rookie and not many people knew him, but later you got to play more. He was 100 Thieves, etc. Right? Who was this guy at the time? Like, I feel like people on one hand, people thought he was good, but people were maybe flaming a bit because he was a rookie. What was Cody Sun like?
I mean, Cody was not actually like passionate in very first time, and then our team environment was not good. But it's like that time I was smoking Marlboro Red. I was like really like smoking every time, and then I was smoking after game. I was smoking like this, and then Cody was always came out to talk with me. That was actually one of the best things he did with me. So it's like I was smoking, he was there, we just chilling, we talk casually, and then sometimes we talk about team, talk about our game, and then that actually like start to make our relationship better. And then one time we failed to make playoff, and then I talked to him really seriously. Hey, we have only summer split, and then I think if we don't do our best, we are fucked. I want you to do your best, and this is our only last chance. I think if I don't do anything, I will retire. I literally said. And then Cody, I think Cody face actually changed to be like more serious. And then I think when it comes to summer, he actually took the job really seriously.
Right.
And then we start to be one of best bot duo. I think if Cody didn't come out to balcony and we talk about our stuff together, I would not play with him after spring. But after spring, because when our team was like really messy with the Dardoch stuff happened going on, and that time Noah asked me, "Oh, we can get new AD carry, Olleh," and then there were like some other big name. It's like he said, "Oh, I think you can play with the veteran AD carry. Do you want?" And then because I already had a conversation with Cody, and then I said I really want to trust Cody for summer. I want to bet on Cody. So that's why we didn't change AD carry.
Right.
So because I had really good talk. So I have to believe. So that was the thing. So I trust him, and then it show up in summer. So yeah,
Let me ask you,
trust just pay off.
as you say, the obvious drama I wanted to ask about this team is the Dardoch one. But I want to ask about it this way, Olleh. So people will remember that the team was like just okay in spring, like you say. And then Dardoch was like swapped for Xmithie. That move happened. And then in summer, the team was in the finals, went to Worlds. But one thing I want to establish for people is, as far as I know, I knew some of the people in these teams and heard some of the stories. They told me Dardoch's problem is only outside of the server. It's only like how he talks to people, getting angry at things in scrims. They told me in the actual game, he really is like really good. Like, I mean, people remember even in the split you played, like he's the kind of person where if he's the jungler, if he picks Lee Sin, he'll carry the game. He'll get all the ganks off. He'll be a heading kill. Was he like this? As an actual player, aside from attitude stuff, was he a good player?
I think he has clear preference towards people, I think.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's like, for example, I don't know in general, but it's like, when you live your life, you have people you like, people you don't like, right?
Sure.
But I be the person, it's like, even though you don't like, you act fine, you don't show you don't like them. You'll be just like, haha, hello. But Dardoch is the person, if he actually don't like, he just say shit. So
Right.
I think that's the thing, because for me, Dardoch actually liked me, and then
Right.
me and Dardoch was
He
like
respect
support
you?
jungler. Yeah, and then support jungler fucking carry, let's go.
Yeah.
So I pick Karma, and they only give shield on Lee Sin. Lee Sin just like 1v5.
Sure.
Like one team fight on stage was like, I follow Josh and they give share the mantra Q. We just 2v5 killing everyone. I'm like, shit, Josh, you're fucking god. So it's like, we just like hug each other and then ha ha ha. But I didn't know his relationship going to be bad with other teammates. I didn't know because me and Josh were fine.
Yeah.
So actually, he talked shit about Cody or like Eugene or Flame, whatever. I was fine because my job was winning bot, and then after winning bot, leave AD carry, go help my jungler. So it's like for Dardoch side is your support just killing enemy bot, come to you and they shield 24/7. Of course he gonna like me, right? So my side was fine. Like Josh never actually like say like strongly to me. Like in my head there is nothing.
Right.
So actually when I was like really gloomy one time, he brought me. He said, "Hey, Olleh, take a walk," and then we just talk. And then he just like he was a nice friend for me.
Cool.
So I think so. He has a really big preference. If you don't like, you just say shit. I think I don't know.
No,
but for
sense.
me, he's a good friend. Yes.
Yeah. All right, what about then in this summer split? Like I say, the move was he was traded to CLG and Xmithie came over the other way. And people will know that like Xmithie, I mean, even after this, he was with you in Team Liquid. He's obviously had a lot of success in his career. But I've heard something very interesting, Olleh, which is people, this is why I'm interested in what your reaction was to Xmithie. Because I've heard he's more like those LMS players we talk about. I've heard he's really lazy. He like doesn't practice. And the story goes that like people say sometimes like even the day before LCS, he'll be out like partying and drinking with his friends. They'll just come in like they make it sound like an anime character. You come in drunk like, and they just. But then he's amazing in the game. They talk. Is this true? Was some of this stuff going on when he was in Immortals with you?
I mean, so it's like my image of Xmithie is I don't know. It's just like when you look at my face, it's like you can tell I have a face expression or something. You can tell. Jake's just like. Just come like this. Like I don't even know he's tired or indifferent or whatever. It's just like, hey guys. He don't even say hey guys. Just like say like, oh, I do dragon. But he do the right thing without saying anything. He always do the right thing. I don't know how.
People say his mind for macro stuff is really smart, right? He just knows how the game works, right?
Yeah. So it's like even in review time, right? Like 2018, when I think about it, review time only Impact and Doublelift talk to each other.
Right.
Like they are talking, and the Xmithie don't even listen. Sometimes I saw him, right? It's like he just like use cell phone and then like hide with the like this side, and then just like use cell phone. I can only see him because I was next to him, right?
Okay.
So it's like I can see he's just using cell phone. When I watch him, they're just arguing each other. It's like he just like. He face front, but eyes are on the phone. He just like cell phone, and they're like, okay, but nothing to say. He's just doing good. So but I don't know. I think he's just so talented, or he back home and then just study hard. I don't know. But when I ask him, he say he just don't play solo queue. I'm like, okay.
What about, this is obviously the split, if people don't remember, where for real, people were saying maybe Olleh should be the MVP of the LCS. And I remember one time in an interview, you even said like you had all like better stats than everyone. And this was the time where, like, as you say, like you were on as like a mechanics support player. This is kind of like the best part of your career, maybe, right? You were playing really well League of Legends at this time.
I think that time, because what the fuck happened in RMS? And then it's like when I have to stream in IMT, it's like I have a like 30-hour stream, like mandatory one. It's like I had to stream, but the Taiwanese fan randomly come up and then like say so many bad words. It's like I that's why I stopped streaming. Like I had the fucking sick of it, and then at least I need to prove myself on the stage. It's not. Because even though I defend myself, my drama shit, it doesn't do anything. I need to win. That's all matters as a pro player. So it's like I actually like try hard, and then like at least all my head was just how to win. So it's like at least even some small trade, like I tried to hit one more auto attack by range. That just like made like I was like 50% more damage spread. Like. I don't know. I was really edge at the time, and then macro wise, it's like I just I just need to follow Jake. So I made a quote. It's like follow Jake. So FJ. So it's like because if I follow Jake, he gonna know the macro anyway. So if I play with Jake, I will choose the right anyway, right? He's god tier of macro guy. So when it comes to the game, Jake miss every Sejuani ult, miss every Q, whatever. It doesn't matter because we are doing macro thing well. So you miss is fine. I'm gonna hit everything. That was my idea. So Jake is fine. You miss Sejuani ult. That's fine. I'm gonna hit my Bard ult. That's fine. So I think that's kind of like help each other. I was lacking of the macro sense. Jake was like a bit lacking of the mechanic stuff. So it's just like I'm the god tier mechanic, you're the god tier macro, so we can harmony each other. Yeah.
Do you think you should have been MVP?
That time, I think if I was doing macro and mechanic together, I should get MVP. But I think I was just not macro guy. I was just a crazy mechanic guy.
Right.
So I think when I think about it now, it's just I was not the MVP level. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. This split was the one, obviously, where you guys made it to the finals and you played TSM. And I remember this final, even though it's 3-1 TSM, it was a really close final. Like, this could have been 5 games. Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Obviously, you almost won. Like, what do you think about this? Could you have won this final?
I think the last game we were winning. We even got Baron. And then randomly stuck one team fight. And then we start to not play well in team fight and fucking lost, and then the sensor shit was most annoying. And I think if we got back, we would play more stable, and then we would just win. I think just championship mindset. Just I don't know. Doublelift have it, and then just. I think Doublelift had a fucking championship mindset. It's just like fucking manipulate the world, I guess. So I just accept it.
Okay. One last question about Immortals is, in this team, your coach was actually a Korean coach. It was Song, the guy who years later obviously won with DRX a couple of years ago at Worlds. Like, he actually came back to Korea. I know obviously a lot of Westerners might have had a different relationship because they can't speak Korean. What was it like to work with him? What was he like as a coach?
He actually... He's really chill. But it's like he actually made work and personal life really like separate.
Right.
It was my first time because I never seen someone like that. It's like, my relationship with you is just work, so not personal, not friend. I was like, wow, I never seen that.
Did you like it? Did you prefer to be friends? What was your thoughts?
I think he just treat me as a player, not friend. He just like he had his lifestyle. So it's like one time I remember Dodo, when Song literally came to airport, me and Dodo went to pick him up, right? And then we say hi, and then Dodo, usually Korean guy, because there's an age thing. So it's like Dodo asks, "Oh, what's your birth year?" And then K say, what is that? Song say his birth year, and then Dodo say, "Oh, it's same as me. Oh, we can be friends." And then literally Song say, "No, at the work, I don't make a friend."
Okay.
Like that was literally first conversation. Literally first conversation. I was like, "Wow, I've never seen that in my life. Wow, that's interesting." Yeah, so it was like really separate. So I think because if in workplace, it's like if you are too friendly, maybe you cannot say stuff that you have to. So
of course,
I respect that. So
makes sense.
And then he gave me feedback or whatever stuff, and I think one time usually support has to follow the meta, and then I was not good at Gyra at the time, I think. So it's like when enemy support was picking Gyra, I just say, "Give me Bard." Like, I'll be fine. I'm not good at Gyra, but give me Bard. I'll shit on them. So someone was like, "I never seen this draft. Like no one gonna do this draft. I'm gonna fucking into draft. But like, I just give me Bard. So, but he just like trust my saying. So we just pick Bard and we just win every game. So yeah, that at least he gave me the direction. But when I think it's not fit to me, he just accept it. He doesn't actually force to me. So I think he was really good coach at the moment.
All right, let me ask you about that then, because as you say, like when you're playing champions like Thresh, there's a really classic support pick. Obviously, Karma, it depends on the meta. But as you say, your Bard was one of your best picks. It looked like you won almost all the games. So what were you good on with Bard? What's the secret to being a really good Bard compared to normal players? Because I feel like it's one of those champions that not that many people pick. It's too tricky, right?
Yeah, because the champion is not like nothing is guaranteed. It's like even though you hit ult, it's just like enemy just stop. That's it. But Bard is just all about the tempo and then your position, enemy team position. So it's like it's really creative thing because when you think about, let's say you pick Bard, enemy has a Lulu. Of course, both throw the ult, Lulu have better ult, so Lulu obviously gonna win. But when you watch the game, because Bard ult on carry, you just win the game because it's all about the position. So I think to understand Bard is just you need to understand the position more instead of like oh my Q gonna do 200 damage or something. That number doesn't do anything to Bard. So I think when you play Bard more and more, it's just like you realize League of Legends is about the position. It's not the more damage.
Right. When the next year the franchising began and they made this Team Liquid squad, when you got signed, is the premise like, does this mean Doublelift wanted to play with Olleh? How did you join this team? It's like an all-star team. It looked amazing, that roster.
Oh, I mean, it just, I think after Immortals, I don't know, I got offer from like 2 or 3 teams. And then that time, my whole point is I just want to play with Jake. That was it. I didn't give a fuck about other players. I was like, Jake, I think I just want to play with you. You have strengths that I don't have. I have strengths you don't have. So I think it would be good for us. So, and then when Jake got offer from TL, and then Jake just like messaged me, hey, do you want to join TL? And then yeah, you go, I go. I follow Jake.
Right.
So
right.
That's how. And then Doublelift and Impact join. And yeah, that's how it is.
Right. Oh, I forgot one last question. I should obviously ask about Immortals when you went to Worlds, right? Yeah. When you went to Worlds, first of all, just making it to Worlds must be a big deal, right? Because you had all those times you were so close. I'm sure just qualifying was big for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, didn't expect, like, even though we lost to the final, we just made it. I didn't know. I thought we had to legendary final like LMS, but it's like, we already go? What the fuck? And we just like prepare for it. And then the sensor meta coming, and then I was actually really like.
I mean, by the way, just for people who don't understand it, in theory, Ardent sensor meta is not so good for you, right? Because you prefer like the Thresh and the engage picks, whereas this was more like you just play like the sort of Enchances or something, right?
Yeah. So I really wanted to like. I was really late, and then I was 50-50. I can go sensor, but at the same time, not sensor, just like shit on them because it takes long time for 2K. Like, I can fucking shit on them. But every team just end up playing it except the Ignar. But I was actually like Ignar side at the point. It's like before support making 2K, you can end the game. That was my theory. But it didn't go well. Just like because our team just want to play the meta, and then I was slower. And when we went to Korea for bootcamp, I spamming the sensor every time. It was fucking boring for me. Just fucking sensor. And I just wish your AD carry just outplay one time. That's all. Well, like as a Lulu Janna, what else you can do? So just that was sensor. Your support just like press shield. That's it. Yeah.
When Team Liquid came along this next year and this lineup was set, as you said, there's all these big names. What is it like to play with Doublelift? Like, did you have a preconception before you played with him how he's going to be like? What was he actually like? What was he like to play with?
Oh, I mean, I had a good image of the BB in LMS. It's like, wow, good. The veteran AD carry know the shit. It's like I can learn something because usually I have played with all rookie like 1 year before play with Cody Sun, and then LMS was like whole rookie AD carry. Roger was like new, like everyone was rookie with me. So I never had play with the veteran AD carry like or named AD carry, but Doublelift was like everyone just like admire him, and I was like really curious like how good he is, and actually he was so fucking good. Like when he was on enemy, it's like I didn't care his name because my job is I just need to be better than enemy support. So it's like I was like, okay, I'm gonna shit on your support, haha, you cannot do anything. But when he's on my AD carry, it's like I have to change so many things because I play for myself usually, and then I got ahead and then I spread my ahead to the map. That was my theory. But Doublelift's theory was he get ahead and then AD carry.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
there you go.
yeah, so because my history is I was in other country over and over. So my job is I need to survive in whatever fucking country I go.
Right.
So I need to figure out how to survive, how to help myself.
Yes.
But with Doublelift, it's like I need to make him ahead and then make him a king. I should be the kingmaker. I shouldn't be a king. So it's like it was a whole different like place that I should work on. So it's like when it comes to I need to play Braum and Tahm Kench, I'm like, dude, these champions are fucking boring.
Sure.
And like I cannot make a play. My job is just shield or eat you. That's it, nothing more. And but that's what tier want me to do.
Yes.
So I need to work on it. But it's like, of course, when you just play the champion very first time, you'll be the bad. But it's like Doublelift was like telling me you're so bad, you're fucking bad. Oh my god! Like I was like, I know I'm bad. I play this champion like
Sure.
maybe 5 times total in my life. Like I never even picked Tahm Kench before. Like I don't know like this champion. And then like it was like, so bad. Like you know when Peter say it's like the white eyes just come on like so bad. I'm like, I know I'm bad. Like, please give me time. Like I'm fucking shit. Yeah, I was like, okay. So I work on it, and but I was really happy. The spring final, I won the Braum Tahm Kench matchup over, and then won the final 3-0. It feel like my work, like actually like pay off. So I was like really
Right.
happy.
Yes.
Like when I think about my past, like picking Braum and Tahm Kench cannot do anything. Wait for my team, and then like Peter say you're bad. Where's my shield? Where's my Q? I'm like okay, but yeah. So I was like, after I won, I was like, I'll be like, oh tears. He's like, oh shit. It's just I try hard. So it's just like.
Well,
yeah,
it's
it
like you
was
say,
good,
you
yeah.
came second so many times as well, right? So to win must be a big deal finally.
Yeah, so I was so happy. Oh, this is the winning feeling.
Yeah.
Shit, like my AD carry is just like manipulate the world to win the trophy, and then you just next to him, naturally you're gonna win. It's just
Sure.
that feel. It's something else. Naturally you're gonna win anyway. Anyway, it matters. It's like whatever shit happen. It's like there were like some Peter bad thing happen, but it's like whatever shit happen. The whole universe somehow just helped you to win. Like
Yes.
it feels weird. It's like he's actually like manipulating. It's a fucking simulation or something. It's just yeah. Anyway, you're gonna win. Like last game was the Sunday was like shitting on Impact. Just like that was actually boom. But it's like in game, I was like, no matter what, we're gonna win. Like don't need to think about it. It's like Impact to die is fine. We're gonna win anyway. Whole universe is here for us. So it's just I don't know how to say. Just win.
I have a question I want to ask very carefully, because obviously this final was the famous one where just before the final, Doublelift had that tragedy in his real life where obviously some of his family member died, and it was a really shocking thing that everyone was like, oh my God. And people wondered actually, Olleh, like maybe he will sit out the final, maybe he won't play, maybe he needs time off, or he has to, I don't know, go and think about what's happening in his life. When you heard about this, did you actually think the same thing? Did you know if he's going to play? Were you surprised when he played in the, because if people don't know, he played in the final. Obviously you guys won easy. It was actually like a really good final.
I mean, I think I got to hear that when we beat Echo Fox in semifinal, and then wow, we are going final, haha, and then oh, where's Peter? I think there's a documentary video on TL.
Right.
So I was like, where's Peter? And then the manager came to me and then say what happened. I'm like, I saw this guy is just fucking kidding me.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it doesn't sound like it can be real, right? It sounds like he's trolling or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking, because he was actually trolling Sarcasm guy every time. So
right.
It's like, and then he stayed there. I'm like, oh, you fucking kidding me? He went to bathroom or something, and then he was like, Olleh, seriously? I'm like, oh, is it? And then I was really shocked. And then we just like had a photo shoot without Peter, and then actually we as a trio, me and Eugene, Jake, we
Paul
just
Belter and Xmithie.
Yeah, and the impact was that we just tried to figure out is it actually true, and then we just like used cell phone, and then it was actually true.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh shit, and I didn't know what to say, what to do.
Sure.
But only thing I could do is just focus on my job, nothing else. So, and then after that, we came to the workplace, and then Peter say, "Don't treat me different. Just be as normal, and then it's fine. And just win." I was like, "Oh, okay, let's win." But that time, we were doing the Netflix show, so Netflix people were there like 24/7 shooting us.
Right.
So, but it's like when they were actually like left at the moment because it was like really serious talk. But Peter said it, and then he said it. So my job is just do as what he says. So don't think about it, and then play for game. And then yeah, nothing different. I treat different. I didn't do any different thing. Just do the same. And then yeah, we just But at the same time, my friend randomly called me, "Are you okay? Your team okay?" I'm like, "I'm okay. He's actually doing good. Like I think we're gonna win." And that we just proved. So that's why. But it's like at the same time, like before I went to bed, right? At least I thought it's like I put that situation to myself. What if I were?
Sure.
And then I'll never imagine, like I cannot even focus, or like I cannot even, how can I even like get the vision or like get,
sure,
so it's like after I put myself into that situation, it's like I actually respect him.
Yeah.
As a man, it's like, wow, actually it's really great his time that I can play with him.
Agreed.
So that's why after I want, it's just like from my gut, my heart, it's like I say he's great man. Just fully respect, even though he said my Brom work like fucking shit, fucking shit.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's my job. But out of job, he's just a great man for me. So at least I respect him a lot for that. So yeah.
Right, obviously, after this, the team, because they won the split, went to MSI. And now I have to ask you another drama question, right? Which is famously, at MSI, people remember the story that Olleh just one day was like, just bench me. And then there was a game you didn't play, and that guy, Joey, who no one knows, and no one's ever seen him since, me. He just was on this team. He was a sub. He played this game. After you came back, what's the story on this? Because the problem is, Olleh, because no one knew the reason at the time. People think you were crazy. So come on, tell me.
Yeah, serious talking.
Yeah, tell me. Come on.
Okay, so before we went to MSI for the practice, we went to Netherlands first to boot camp because there was a
facility from Team Liquid.
There.
Yeah, in Utrecht.
Yeah. But before that, it's like when it was vacation, we had like 2 or 3 weeks vacation, but it was vacation for me, but at the same time, it was practice time for MSI. So instead of like going out, I just like solo queue. I was spamming solo queue because I was working on the champion that I was not good at. So I just like practice over and over. But when you play, sometimes you check OPGG, your team playing or not, right? So it's like, actually, no one actually like playing at the time. So it's like, I was a bit, hey, isn't it like a way to practice for MSI? So that was one point I actually had in my head. So when we went to Netherlands, I say, I think you guys we have to play solo queue to just like us understand the meta and then ready for MSI. And then Peter actually got offended by my saying because he think that even though I play solo queue, he say, Olleh, you play solo queue and then you are not good at scrim. And then I was really attacked by it. And then I don't know, we had some kind of like big argument in Netherlands. So I don't know, that time relationship was not actually going well.
Okay.
And when it comes to MSI, of course we practice against the best team in the world. So we play against RNG, Flashers, whoever team. Just they were obviously better than us, and we were getting shit on by them. And then it's kind of same as the Braum and Tom Kench. It's like what I got to hear is like you're bad, you're fucking bad, like every day. It's like it's not like a one time. It's just over and over. You're bad, you're bad, you're fucking shit. It's just like I was not actually able to deal with it. And after we lost a few games, 3 games, I think 2 or 3 games, and then that time Janna came out, people start to play Janna, and then my substitute support now is my positional coach Joy was there, and then he was the one of famous Janna player in NA,
All right.
and then he said you're Janna shit, you're Janna bad every time, and then I was like, okay, I'm fucking bad at this, and like with this like saying shit, I cannot play, like I really don't want to play like this, and then the after we are talking this one, the Riot people come to us and they say, "Oh, you guys nothing, no change roster or something." And then Dodo look at me, Olleh, you gonna play? And then I say, if this doesn't serve, like I don't wanna play. I can't focus. And then just play with Joy. Joy is the best Janna. And that time, that's why I just like stepped down. I bench myself, and then when they play, I watch game, and then actually when I don't play the game, it's like watch the game outside. It's like I can see what I have to do. It's like,
Right.
oh, my team need this, my team need this. So it's like I could see the game more like big eyes.
Picture, yeah.
Yeah, big picture. So it's like I didn't get tunnel on my my small stuff,
Right.
and then I could see the game like bigger. So I was like, actually, bench myself was really good for me because I can tell what's my fault and then what should I do for team. So after one game bench myself, I come back and then I start to play the game like a more team game. So it's like we start to win. We are beating like four games in a row. We even beat RNG with the KT Morgana, and then
Yeah.
just and then I was like, oh shit! Actually, I changed my perspective, and then I start to play better. And then bench myself was actually a good choice. Otherwise, I would be just like depressed guy, like over getting shit. And actually, after bench myself, Peter asked me to bring me out of the hotel, and then he said, "What you just did was really bad for team, and then my team has to play with the amateur support, and then you just like did a really bad for the team." Like he really like says so straight to me, and I was just like, "Hey, Peter, I really cannot deal with like so many bad words." It's just like, and then I kind of like let him understand my history is like what happened in RMS, and then that actually like too much for me. But he said like I don't give a fuck about what happened before with you, and then just like he kept going on, and then he just back to hotel. And then I was like, okay. And after that conversation, I of course think about what he said, but at the same time I need to like make sure I can focus on the game. So I think benching myself was really crucial to my like reputation, but at the same time it was kind of like save my play for team.
Right.
So if I if I go back to that situation, like I'll be like politely ask team, it's like, please don't talk to me like that. It's just really killing my mental energy. But at that time, like I didn't know how to like defend myself when someone was like attacking me. So because I remember one time it's like I asked Dodo, it's like, hey, please, it's just like, well, Peter sometimes like saying stuff just like really make me not able to focus on game. Please help me out. And then Dodo one time tell me, it's just like, as a man, you don't get respect. It's just like, okay, so what can you help me? Like I don't know what to do. And then he said, you need to deal with it. Like you need to overcome. I was like, okay, no help, it's fine. I'm gonna deal with it. But I think the bench myself was the moment that I was actually couldn't like deal with it. But after that, it's like our team was like after 0-4 we grouped together, and then Kane say, "Hey guys, we have nothing to lose. Just play." And then that actually like remove all stress from everyone, and then we were not just like talking shit to each other. And that time I could mainly focus on the game because I don't need to deal with the emotional part. So we almost made the out of group. We lost to Fnatic last game. So sadly couldn't make it. Sad story. But actually I think there were moments we could actually come back and they could make out of group. Yeah.
Yes. Even though the spring split had all those problems and other things, the summer split this year looks like it was amazing. Like it looks like it was easy for the team. They were just the best team the whole time, right?
Yeah, summer was most easy split in my life.
What would you say the strength of this Team Liquid squad is? What were you good at?
I think first Eugene was really stable. Like he didn't make game like unstable at all. And then Peter is I don't know. He was kind of like totem for team. It's like if you have a Doublelift, how you gonna lose in NA? Like it's just impossible. And Impact, of course, he will never lose by himself. Even though in bad situation, he gonna make him like whatever happened.
People say that's like the best mental ever. Like he just never gives up or never lets himself lose, right?
Yeah, and Jake looks indifferent, but he gonna do the right choice every time, even though he missed some ult. It's fine. He always be there for the team.
Smite or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's like just play. My job is just make like Peter 10 CS ahead somehow by laning page. He gonna just make a snowball 24/7, and then my job is just there for him. So it was the easiest job.
When you guys went to Worlds this year, it was the one where, if people don't remember, it wasn't like you were in like an easy group. You had the group that had like KT Rolster and EDG. It's like a tricky group, but the team was only like this far from making it out. Like it feels like it wasn't impossible to make. What do you think of this group? Could Team Liquid have made it out?
I think EDG, we beat them first, and then obviously there's a Taiwan team we have to beat, so we beat him 2 times. But it's like KT game was close, but we were like not better team than them. It's like they group as a together. It's like one time I tried to get vision by myself, and the enemy just like 4 people like come to Dragon and they group and they get vision, and then I had nothing to do with it. So it's like I need to give them full vision, and then we were not grouping together. It was kind of impressive. It's like, wow, they can get vision like this. Like I'm getting vision, only me and Jake sometime, but it's like they group as a 4 getting vision. But we just like face that on stage because that thing didn't really happen in Scrim. Like usually support jungle try to get vision themselves, but they just like group hold together, get vision. And one time I actually regret one moment. There's one time I was Rakan, I could R flash W moment, but I was asking my team, hi guys, can I go? But if I was actually like super confident, I would already go and the team gonna follow.
Right.
But that's the moment I actually regret. I think if that, because there were like 4 people I could flash RW, and our team was Obi Fireball was ready to go. So it's like, hey guys, can I go? Can I go? But that angle is only I can see, right? So I should just like, hey guys, just fucking go, come to me, right? But I didn't. I was not proactive enough. So after we lost, because I lost the angle, and then Dodo came to me, hey Olleh, I think you should decide not asking. That's the thing. You have to decide. Don't ask. And that's how I actually realized. It's like I was not like this. Like when I was with the other team, it's like I just like fucking go guy. But in TL, because I just like, you know, I have to deal with like something, and then sometimes I just go in without their permission. It's just like I start to not be proactive as before, and that's how I actually regret. If I can choose whole career, is like which moment it's like that R flash W is like, even though I saw the angle, I didn't go. So I think if I went, we already made out of group for sure. So that's that, and then we beat EDG, but it doesn't matter. KT lost to EDG, so they went to the next group. But because what I play made me feel really sorry to the team. So after we beat EDG, you know, Peter hugged me, and I say sorry to Peter. Peter, I'm sorry. So I think I remember the moment. Yeah.
Even though this year you got to win 2 championships, you were in the best North American team. This is the only year you were in Team Liquid. After this, you were out and you went to Golden Guardians, right? Did they blame you for some of the things this year? Was it that they could get Cordial? Why didn't Olleh get to stay in Team Liquid?
I think it's like first, me and Peter, like there's one thing. It's like me and Peter were not actually like good relationship, because from the start was not good at all. Because the first time we played in Korea bootcamp, and then the first time he said to me was like, Olleh, you are not good as I thought. So
what a wild thing to say. Okay.
Yeah, from start it was already fucked. So it's like that first impression just go over and over. So it's like I'm always like bad player.
By the way, Olleh, if people don't know, maybe you can comment on this. The thing about Doublelift that's strange is I don't think he's even always trying to. I've known him for quite a long time. I don't think he's trying to be rude. He's just one of those people that doesn't think. He just says, right? If the thought happens, it just comes straight out, right? He just doesn't hold back, right?
Yeah, I mean, now I understand him, but at the time he's the first type of person in my life. It's like I never met this type of person. So it's like, for me, I just like took every word he said like really seriously. So it's like it actually like, even though that was English, it just like went to heart, like fucking like arrow me. So it's just like I actually got hurt so many times. So it's like one time I felt hard to breathe playing next to him. So it's like after Scream, I just like literally went to my room and then play solo queue, because the air, it's like when you feel uncomfortable, you cannot breathe. Sure. You feel uncomfortable in the room, right?
Yes.
So it's like I always back to room and then just play alone, because that time I can breathe. So it was like that type of level. And then after more and more, it's like I start to breathe more, but it was like really like intense level every day. So I was like, oh shit. And then I was smoking cigarette at the time. Like I start to smoke more and more. It's like holy shit. And then even the summer, smoking cigarette didn't really help. So it's like I start to drink alcohol. I actually like didn't even drink alcohol before.
Right.
I was like, okay, who released this shit? Like, what should I do? Smoking doesn't do shit anymore. And then, okay, people drink alcohol. Maybe that can be good shit. So it's like,
Okay.
I went to drink alcohol, and then I drink alcohol, and then at least when I'm actually like getting alcohol, was like, was not like thinking about it. So I was like, okay, maybe this is good for my mental, but actually it's bad for long term, right?
Yeah, of course.
So it's like after we won final, I just say on public, I start to drink alcohol because Peter, So
Right.
it's just, yeah. But at least I try to find a way. It's like, I think maybe healthy way would be just working out,
Yeah,
like lift
sure.
heavy.
Sure.
But it's like there was no one. It's just like kind of, actually
Right.
there was a mental coach at the time. He just like, because whatever happened between me and Peter, I was the problem. So I need to work on my mental shit and whatever. But it's like, if I get back, I'll maybe just like working out and then just lift heavy, just like eat healthy, whatever. But I was the smoker guy, and then just like it just gets worse and worse. So it's like, and then I chose another bad decision, drinking alcohol, just for the short term. But yeah, I mean, at least I tried to figure out how to make it out, but it was bad way.
By the way, this story might skip forwards a bit, but since you brought up the smoking thing, I should ask it now. You told a story on Summoning Insight that's hilarious, which is that when you were in Golden Guardians, you said that you just like stopped smoking. Like, was it like right before playoffs or something? And they actually told you because it made you worse, something like start smoking again. Wasn't it something crazy like that, Olleh? Tell me this story.
Oh, okay. So I joined Golden Guardians. But before joining Golden Guardians, I was actually ready to retire. I was actually ready to go army or like I was, because even though I won, that fear was like, even though I won, I was not happy.
Okay.
So it's like that time I was thinking maybe pro player. It's like I was actually aimed to win the game, win the trophy, but my purpose, I got it. But next one was the World Championship, but I won the LCS, but I was not happy. So maybe I was thinking, oh, maybe this path is not good for me. It's not right for me. So I was actually talking with Jake or whoever friend, and then saying, maybe I should retire. Like, I'm not happy even though I won. So I was not going to play. So I was actually ready to go army or just ready to stream. But that time, Golden Guardians and other like Flycast or other team offer me, and I was like, should I retire? I want to retire. It was like almost 80% of retirement. But Jake told me, hey, Olleh, just play. You are not that bad. Just play. Like, so I was like, okay, I follow Jake anyway. So follow Jake again. So just go join Golden Guardians with it. So, but honestly, I was not really like passionate at the first time, because even though I won, was not happy. So I was like, what's the point? But I joined Golden Guardians, and then I got rookie AD carry deftly. So I need to start from the bottom again. So yeah, I play. We play together, and then I randomly watch YouTube video. It's like smoke is bad for your memory and bad for focus.
Right.
And then I was like, oh shit, maybe that's why sometimes I don't remember what our team gave me feedback. Right. So I should not smoke anymore. So it was like we had a like few weeks scrim before stage. So it's like before 1 week I randomly stopped smoking. So 3 weeks I smoke and play scrim. It was fine. Stop smoking. And then one stage it just showing up like I just play like a fucking dumb random solo queue shit. It's like I just play so bad. I int 24/7. I don't do well. And then but it's like you can't tell, because like just when you look at me, it's like you look better because you don't smoke. But the focus level went down. You can only prove that watching your game. So it just showing on the stage, and then my management come to me. Nick Smith was there too. Nick Smith said,
in Arrow, yep.
In Arrow. Now he's my head coach again. He said, Olleh, just smoke again. Just smoke. Like, it fuck your brain. Just smoke. please. And then, okay.
Okay.
So first time I tried to use the nicotine patch, but nicotine patch was actually like made me almost fucked up, like really
It's too strong.
a lot of
Right.
yeah, too strong.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna smoke again. So I start to smoke, and then we were 0-4, and then we start to win every game after I start to smoking.
Right.
And I'm like, oh shit, smoking was actually important. And then I
Okay.
smoke, and then we made playoff. We are the first team, 0-4 made playoff team in
Right.
history.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like, oh shit, smoking matters. And yeah, that's the story
Yeah,
of
it's a good story. Right, in this
Yeah.
team, one of the most famous players you played with is obviously Froggen, the mid laner. Everyone knows
Yeah.
him, but he's someone Olleh that has a very famous style where everyone says he just only cares about getting CS and farming the mid wave, and he doesn't want to roam. He doesn't want to play assassins. He's just the guy who plays the mage and farms his mid. Was he really like this?
It was really against my play from TL, because TL, you're just play for Doublelift, right? You don't give a fuck about mid much, right?
Yes.
So it's like, make AD carry ahead, Doublelift gonna make great macro call, and then we just kill enemy. That was the deal. And then when I play with Froggen, I say, yo, we are winning bot every time, because Deftry was actually listen to my
Right.
feedback well. So it's like literally me and Deftry was like top 3, like we were going really well as a bot duo. So I was like, and then he also played Draven. So I was like, shit, like we have a Joker pick, and then we
Yeah.
can fucking shitting on everyone. But the thing is, even though we are winning bot, if my mid doesn't hover to bot side, we cannot dive or we cannot make a play. But what happened was, when I played with Henrik, was like we were winning bot, we tried to crush turret, and then enemy mid randomly roaming or TP behind, and then boom. So our winning bot doesn't do anything.
Right.
And then at the same time, I look at mid, and then one time was really funny. Enemy mid was LeBlanc, and then Froggen was the Anivia. Anivia was winning mid, and the Albo was winning bot. So it's like both lane is winning. And of course, you just push, and then hover to each other, right? But as a support, there's no reason I hover Anivia side, right? Like what you gonna do is like you hover mid, and then what you gonna do? And then you cannot even gank LB, right? So I was focusing on AD carry, but what happened was Anivia pushed mid, and then when the wave is coming in, LB didn't answer, and the LB just come bot. And then what Froggen was doing is like the Anivia just like the feather just like hitting turret, right? Like we were playing Draven Thresh or something, and then LB come, and then we just die, and the game just got boom. And then I was like, hey Henry, can you just push mid and then hover bot instead of hitting mid turret with your small feather? Just come. And they say no, like. If I'm hitting turret, I'm gaining so much, and then
Okay.
LB gonna lose so much if you guys didn't die. So it's like it was like really counter each other, right?
Sure.
So but we were arguing this point over and over, like 24/7.
Right.
And then one time I remember I bring up the point. It's like when I play in TL, and then when we won, if our bot is winning, we hover AD carry side, and then we just make a snowball with it, and then it's really faster because bot turret is easy to crush. And then I didn't actually like hover for Poverty much, because I can get a lot of from Doublelift. And then Froggen say, no, because you know why you guys didn't go mid? Because your mid is Poverty, not me. I'm like, okay, okay.
That's like something for a movie. It sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds cool, but okay. So
Okay.
and then I ask, so what can I get if I go mid? And then just you get Fijan. I'm like, oh, okay, and what? It's just so it's like, hey, Froggen, please, me and Deftry winning bot, and then you winning mid. Just push mid and cover bot. We can die bot. That's easy. And then I show me and Deftry find the bot from the Luki was the best mid at the time.
Okay.
He push mid, hover bot, diving bot, push mid, hover top, killing top. So it's like, hey, can we just do the same thing instead of hitting turret? I think hitting turret sometimes doesn't do anything. But he didn't accept. So it's like we were
even though
arguing.
Rookie did it, so he didn't even care that Rookie was doing this. He still did his own style.
Yeah, so
Right.
the feedback didn't work forever.
Sure.
So we had same argument over and over. So it's like we were top 6 team, and then I was 100% sure if we fix this, we're gonna get top 3 for sure.
Right.
But he didn't. He didn't accept it. So I was like, okay, fine. And then end of the summer split, the stress level of the team was like really getting more and more. Our head coach like piss off, and then just like new head coach come up from the amateur, the second team, just like fucking intense. And then I say, like, I really cannot play like this. And then that time, what was it? Was Froggen had a contract that he can only play the main team. He cannot go down.
He can't be benched. Yes, he can't be benched.
Yeah, there's a one contract thing. And then I say, okay, then I don't want to play with him, and then I should go down. So I went to the amateur team. How to say the academy team, right? Yeah. Academy team, and at that time FBI Hui was there. So I went to academy team, and the FBI and Hui just come to the first team, and then we play the scrim that way. And then our team the academy team was shooting on them. Like we were winning 24/7. Like one time, Darshan, me, and then our team play 6 games, we 6-0 them, and then I say, hey, isn't it like a better team just should play LCS? And then that time Danan come to me, Olleh,
general manager, yeah.
There's a contract, the Froggen cannot go down, so that's not gonna happen.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. So that's why I end up just being the academy forever, because I saw this just like, if I can go down, he can go down, and they just like, I was like, let's see who's right.
Sure.
That was my point. Went down, but because the contract thing, I should stuck in second team.
Yes.
And then after, when there were like 2 games left, the GGS asked me, "Do you want to play the main team? Do you want to come back?" I'm like, no, I'm not gonna play. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So even though my salary randomly fucking chop off, that was my sincerely win. My real is like, I need to prove my point, but I don't want to go back to the like arguing same point. So
yes,
even though my salary just gone, I just accept it. And then after that, I actually like lost my whole motivation. Like literally, it's like, because from spring, it's like since me and Dev3 was doing good over and over, I start to getting motivation. So it's like when we are like top 3, and then in scrim we are like shitting on everyone.
Yeah.
By like we were the first team pick Verus Tom Kenshin, and then just like people copy us. We were just like winning every game, but it just the argument over and over. It just like okay, even though I try hard, it doesn't go work. So it's like, what's the point? So after that, I was like, after I stuck in the academy team, I was like, okay, maybe it's the time to retire. Like, I should retire 1 year before anyway. So I should retire and then go back to Korea. And then after Golden Guardians, I finish contract. I go back to Korea, and then I was just ready to go army. I was like looking for the date, which way the day I should go. And then, actually that time I got offer from Brazil, and then I got offer from Pain Gaming again, and then why is that? I got offer from the Diga Academy. But that time, what I got told was my lawyer say your green card is almost done. So
you mentioned this, right? One thing that is kind of cool about Golden Guardians is even though you already left, they continued the process to get you the green card.
Yeah, they did everything.
Right, that's cool.
They
actually respect.
I didn't actually like realize it, and then they the lawyer told me it's like it's almost ready.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, so I was like, wow, okay. And then they say, but at least you should just keep working on NA, because if I get green card, I can keep going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, instead of going army, let's just play again. So I just joined Dignitas Academy.
Everyone needs a support network, and mine is, of course, my Patreon community, the Scrominati, who in many ways, they're the Sonny to my Cher, saying, I got you, babe. So this video and all the others on my channel were kindly supported by the following names: Ahmed Haju, Mac Pugnaccio Rakula, Adam Tomlin, Animosity, Jensen Go, Tosh, Toucan, and you know it. Jerky's Minion, my main man, always going to be referenced, one of the best patrons of all time. Would you like to ask a question in my AMA? Maybe you want to suggest a topic or a guest to say on my channel? Do you want teasers to find out who the upcoming Reflections and Talk to Thorin interviews are? Maybe you want to do one of those long discussions where you get to set the topics we talk about. Well, if any of these or others appeal to you, put your money where your mouth is. Join the Scluminati today via the Patreon link in the description box below.